we are asked to determine the perimeter and area of the given trapezoid. The perimeter is a distance around the outside of the trapezoid. So if we think of walking around the trapezoid starting here, the perimeter is equal to 11.3 feet plus 10.5 feet plus 11.3 feet plus 16.8 feet. So again, the perimeter P is equal to 11.3 feet plus 10.5 feet plus 11.3 feet plus 16.8 feet. Because we have decimals, let's determine the sum vertically, lining up the corresponding place values. Now I bring the decimal point down into the sum and add the rightmost place value. We have 3 plus 5, which is 8, plus 3, which is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. Record the 9, perform an exchange with the 1. Adding the 1's place value, we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 6, which is 9. Adding the 10's place value, we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 4. So the perimeter P is equal to 49.9 feet. Before we determine the area, let's check this sum on the calculator. We have 11.3 plus 10.5 plus 11.3 plus 16.8. Enter, which does verify our result. And now let's work on determining the area of the trapezoid. The area of a trapezoid is equal to 1/2 times the sum of the two bases times the height, where the bases are the two parallel sides. So one base has a length of 16.8 feet. The other base has a length of 10.5 feet. Let's call the bottom base B sub 1 and the top base B sub 2, and the height is 6.3 feet, which means the area of the trapezoid is equal to 1/2 times the sum of the two bases, which is 16.8 feet plus 10.5 feet. Times the height of 6.3 feet. And now let's begin simplifying. Let's first simplify inside the parentheses by determining this sum. We have 16.8 plus 10.5. 8 plus 5 is 13. Perform an exchange with the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, and 1 plus 1 is 2. This sum is 27.3. And because we have decimals here, let's also write 1/2 as a decimal. 1/2 is equal to 5/10 or 0.5. So we know the area is equal to 0.5 times the sum, which is 27.3 times 6.3. And now let's multiply from left to right. For 0.5 times 27.3, let's determine the product in the reverse order as 27.3 times 0.5. Because both factors contain one decimal place, the product must contain two decimal places. And now multiplying, 5 times 3 is 15, record the 5, perform an exchange. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 1 is 36, record the 6, perform an exchange. And 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13. Again, the product must contain two decimal places, and therefore the product is 13.65. So we now have the area is equal to 13.65 times 6.3. Let's determine this last product to determine the area of the trapezoid. Notice now the first factor has two decimal places, the second factor has one decimal place, and therefore the product must contain three decimal places. We begin by multiplying by the 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Record the 5. Perform an exchange. 3 times 6 is 18. Plus 1 is 19. Record the 9. Perform an exchange. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. Record the 0. Perform an exchange. And 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. And now before multiplying by 6, we place a 0 below the 5 in the rightmost place value. And now we multiply by 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Record the 0, perform an exchange. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 3 is 39. Record the 9, perform an exchange. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21. Record the 1, perform an exchange. And 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. And now we add. And again, the product must contain 3 decimal places, and therefore the product is 85.995, which means the area is 85.995 because the lengths are in feet, the area is in square feet or feet squared. Before we go, let's check our work on the calculator. Let's go ahead and enter the area in this form here, where we have 1/2 or 1 divided by 2, and then in parentheses 16.8 plus 10.5, and then times 6.3. Enter. And notice how this does verify our work is correct. I hope you found this helpful.